this Kristen Jacobson.
If your childhood looked fine on the outside, great even, but you still feel anxious, hyper-independent, or emotionally exhausted, then this is for you. Hey, I'm Kristen, and today we're unpacking something that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. What it actually means to grow up with an emotionally immature parent, and how that still shows up in your life today. This isn't about blame. It's about finally understanding why so many smart, successful adults still feel like they're stuck parenting their parents or everyone else around them. And just so you know, what you're feeling makes sense. There's actual science behind it, and I'll walk you through it step by step. Also, if this topic hits close to home, make sure to get on the waitlist for my upcoming book, Unpacked: How to Detach from the Subconscious Beliefs That Are Sabotaging Your Life. There's a link in the description, because what we're talking about today, it's exactly what the book is built to help you untangle. So let's start with the surface symptoms, the part people do talk about. You might have grown up in a home where things looked okay from the outside. No major blow-ups, no abuse you can name, happy family. But emotionally, it felt like no one was actually there, like nobody actually saw you. Your parents may have provided for you, food, shelter, school, but they couldn't handle your feelings. And that's the core of emotional immaturity in caregivers. It shows up in ways like overreacting to small things, or shutting down completely during stress, or needing their child to take care of them emotionally, or constantly needing attention but never really giving it back, or avoiding accountability at all costs. If that sounds familiar, you're not imagining it. You are parenting people who never emotionally grew up. And when that happens, you don't stop needing parenting. You just learn to go without it. One of my clients once told me, I always thought I was just mature for my age. She was praised for being calm, responsible, independent, but underneath, she was constantly scanning her mom's mood, avoiding conflict, and swallowing her own needs to keep the peace. That's not maturity, that's survival. And once she could see it clearly, the whole picture of her life started to shift. Because this wasn't just about her childhood. It was about why she still overfunctioned at work and avoided emotional intimacy and felt like a burden anytime she had a need. That's the moment I see over and over in this work. When someone realizes this isn't just how they are, it's how they were wired to be. When you're raised by an emotionally immature parent, you take on roles. They're not assigned to you, you absorb them. So here are a few you might identify with. The caretaker. You calm the chaos. You tune into others' feelings, ignoring your own, and you tend to be anxious and on edge. The performer. You chase approval through achievement. You doubt your own path and feel unseen beneath the success. The drifter. You drift without direction. You lack guidance. You shrink yourself to fit in. You feel unsure, unworthy, and unseen. And the guarded one. You shut down to stay safe. You might bury your emotions, you fear rejection, and you learned early on that closeness comes with consequences. These roles serve a purpose. They keep you safe. But as an adult, they become the very patterns that keep you disconnected from both yourself and from the people who actually want to know the real you. And here's where the science backs it up. The brain wires itself around what it experiences. So if your nervous system spent years on high alert, tracking moods, avoiding rejection, it learns that safety equals staying small, staying useful, or staying silent. And that becomes your default mode in adulthood. Not because you're broken or there's something wrong with you, but because your brain is trying to protect you based on outdated data. So what's really underneath all of this? It's not just emotional immaturity. It's the loss of attunement, that deep sense that someone sees you, hears you, and stays present through it all. Without that, kids don't just feel lonely, they feel wrong. And that turns into beliefs like, my needs are too much, or I have to earn love, or I can't trust my feelings, or it's safer to handle everything myself. Now combine that with the nervous system impact, elevated cortisol, high sensitivity to social threat, suppressed emotional expression, and you've got a brain and body that are always in management mode. You're calm on the outside, but your system is running hot. And the worst part, you probably still feel guilty for even bringing it up because it wasn't that bad, right? That guilt, that pull to defend your parents, it's part of the grief process. So here's what I want you to take away. This isn't about blaming your parents at all. It's about giving you permission to stop living in the emotional basement of your own life. It's okay to say they did their best and it still wasn't enough. Or they couldn't meet my needs and that was hurtful. Or I wish they would change, but I can accept the fact that they won't and stop waiting. Grieving the parent you needed but didn't get is uncomfortable. It's slow and real, but it's also the thing that makes room for something better. Agency, clarity, choice. And if you want help with that process, if you're ready to really unpack the beliefs that formed in that emotional gap, then I've got something for you. My book, Unpacked, goes deep into this exact topic. I walk you through the psychology, the patterns, and most importantly, the steps to begin shifting them. You can join the waitlist right now. Link is in the description. If this resonated, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe, or share it with someone who's quietly dealing with this and doesn't know it actually has a name. And remember, you're not too much. You are just too alone with it all. And that can change. See you next time.